Yo, what up, you guys? It's your boy, the Kryptonian Saiyan here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 102. Now, this chapter, I just want to start off, right, with that cover page. Holy shit, if looks could kill, Morgan might fuck around and have a body, man. Like, what I mean by body, I mean he might fuck around and murder somebody. Look at this, man. Like, if looks could kill, I don't know what their conversation is, but he does not look happy. Oh man, I just want to go into that, man. I just want to bring that up. Now, as far as this chapter though, this chapter had a lot of action in it and a good type of action. You know, this was a pretty refreshing break for me because in One Piece where there's a lot of action, it's usually some type of fighting or there's somebody's life is at stake. You're kind of rushing towards it, and while theoretically like Luffy and the crew, like their lives were at stake, this was more of a, oh shoot, this is really getting crazy because they're thinking, oh, we're rushing towards a mountain, and it turns out they're actually rushing towards what they at first they think is a whale, and I'm guessing that's a ship. And if that's really a ship, this is really clever because if you're trying to sail the Grand Line, at least I would think so. If you're trying to sail the Grand Line, it's lets you blend in, lets you go unnoticed. So this is pretty cool because Luffy finds a hatch, or it looks like a hatch, that takes him down inside of it later in the chapter. And right away, when they're sailing towards it, Luffy's like, oh, we gotta fight this thing. And it's just like, not this again. Like, I didn't mind it so much when Luffy, punched the first sea monster in the very beginning of One Piece. But it was just like, dude, we just had this not too long ago with Arlong Park where you just knocked out that big ass sea cow. So this right here, I was kind of glad that this wasn't a one-shot type of thing where he just kind of knocks the hell out of the monster and goes elsewhere. We get this shot where Luffy punches the thing in the eye, which is very ballsy, by the way. He punches the thing in the eye, and right away we see that this thing ain't going anywhere. And it just shows you just how outclassed they are. But my thing is Luffy's just demonstrating that never give up type spirit, because in the very beginning of the chapter he's like, I don't care, let's go, because Nami's just like, there's no winds, what's going on? Or I think it was Zoro, and then Nami saying that who knows what types of mountains, or not mountains, but who knows what type of, it was something, I can't remember what it was, but it was something to do with the geography. And Luffy's like, we're on the Grand Line. It's that one-track mind, but I like it. I like it. It's grown on me. I had a problem with it at first. But the thing is when Luffy hits that thing, he doesn't give up. He's really just pissed because his favorite seat's been taken away, if you will. And when that monster opens up his mouth and just starts sucking everything up, right? Like, you hear about how, somebody might suck the ghost out of you, suck the life out of you. If not, don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about oral sex, right? I throw a lot of, left field, jokes and there, crude jokes in the, my videos every now and then. That's one of them, man. I'm talking about blowjobs, fellatio. All right, man. So, just getting into this though, right? So, the whale's just sucking up everything, and it actually takes in the ship and just swallows everybody whole. And the crazy thing about it, Luffy manages to not get sucked up, right? And he's on top of the whale, and I thought it was very, very interesting how Luffy, right away, he's thinking, oh shit, my friends aren't here. And he's trying to talk to the whale. And the thing is I guess coming off of Arlong Park, where we have seen Sharkmen, obviously, those, damn animals can probably speak too. I mean, it's a common occurrence in Dragon Ball. We have a fucking bear for a president in Dragon Ball. But right here, Luffy's saying, just wait a darn minute, give me my friends. I'm guessing that's a translation error, because he said, give me a darn minute. He's a pirate. Luffy is a very, very polite pirate, if that's what he said, because I could think of a million other things I would say. I'm gonna keep this review probably PG, no PG-13. I've dropped a few fuck bombs. So right here he says we're all going on an adventure. I need them, and right there when he uses the word adventure, that just says a lot to me about his mind state. And he's, beating his fist onto the top of the whale or what I think is a ship. And it just really seems like it's a child throwing a tantrum. And just, watching that, it was pretty cool. Up a little head, we see the look on his face where that's the look of somebody who knows that they fucked up. I think we've all been in that situation where we've made a mistake and we realize that there could be dire consequences. In history, there's this saying or this expression that, you cross the Rubicon, and that comes from when Julius Caesar stood at the borders to the Roman Empire and said, basically, if I go any further, I'll be a traitor. I'll be going to war with one of my friends. What do I do? And that's where Luffy is at this point. Luffy knows, like, oh shit, like it just hit him. And when I read that, before we got confirmation that Nami and the others were alive, I was going, I can see why some of these people did not make it more than a week. I believe it was Don Krieg. No, I think Don Krieg made it a year, right? It was somebody who didn't make it on the Grand Line for too long. And I think it was Don Krieg. I think Don Krieg didn't make it on the Grand Line for too long, and that's why he was trying to get the map from the old man that had raised Sanji. So this was confirmation. Wow. Like, my expectations are completely through the roof right now, because right there, it was just like, holy shit. And it hit Luffy. That was the moment where Luffy just realized that I might have just ended my own voyage. I might have ended my own adventure. Because the look on his face, the only other time that I can think of that I've made a look like that is when I thought I got my girlfriend pregnant. And I was like, oh shit. Some of my older viewers, right? I know there's some of you because I see the demographics. Some of my older viewers, you probably been in that situation. You're like, oh shit, what the fuck did I just do? It's never a good feeling. And at least in this case, Luffy did have a plan B. Oda wrote his ass a fucking morning after pill, because we see this hatch and right away it lets you know that they're still alive and that there's more to this thing. And oh crap, almost broke my damn camera. Got to be much more careful. Fuck it, I'm gonna keep it in there. So this is the thing, when we see Nami and the others, they see what looks like it's gonna be a house. It ends up being a Neptunian squid. And the thing is it confirms that they're inside of a ship, because there's this figure who's looking out over them, and it's saying a ship, And meanwhile, look at the inside of this. You see Luffy saying, what's all this stuff doing inside of a whale? And you know what's going on in Luffy's mind too. Luffy's probably thinking this whale probably ate a ship or ate a whatever. I don't know what Luffy's thinking, right? I don't want to even try to figure out what the hell's going on in his head. Literally, that's like trying to make logic out of something going on in the Joker or the Mad Hatter's mind. You'll go crazy. You lose your sanity thinking about that. But this was a pretty cool chapter, man. I thought, when I was reading it, I wasn't gonna like it, which is ironic. And what I'm talking about is this. It's ironic because I was really getting a Pirates of the Caribbean type feel, and I absolutely hated those fucking movies. Like, I hated them. Couldn't get into them. And that being said, I am going to try and check it back out, because, I was younger when I did try and watch some of them. I couldn't get into the movies. And the thing about it, I'm reading a fucking pirate story. There's the irony in that. But overall, I said, this is a pretty fun chapter, man. I'm loving how Oda's just keeping, everything in gear. Like, I've told you guys in passing before, I drive a Mustang, right? And I hate driving in city traffic because you're constantly, downshifting and sitting in idle. And then you're just going back and forth, back and forth. But once you get on the highway and you get that car in gear, and particularly you got it like in your cruise gear and you're just going, there's nothing more rewarding, right? And especially for me right now, because I still got some issues with my leg. So when I don't have, because I broke my clutch leg, so when I don't have to, press down on that clutch, and I'm just, going, I'm just riding, it's a wonderful feeling. And that's what I've gotten from these last few chapters of One Piece, where it's like there's a little bit going and you can feel just enough excitement that it keeps you interested, but it's not too much, because like when you drive the stick shift, if you want extra power, you got to drop that bad boy in the gear and then you got to go. And in this case, Oda is just keeping you right there to where you're getting close to shifting. You can feel it. You can feel the extra power getting ready to come up. And I'm really enjoying this, man. So my chapter question for you guys is going to be pertaining to what I threw in there earlier when I said all of us have had that oh shit moment, okay? So my chapter question for you is going to be this. When was there a time that you made a mistake and you didn't think that you would be able to see your way out of it? Like, not that everything's game. I just told you I thought I got an ex pregnant. So, like at this point, there's nothing that you can't say. I mean, it's whatever, like no judgment zone. But guys, that's it for this review. If you liked anything I had to say, as always, comment, rate, subscribe, share. I will greatly appreciate it. That's it. Thanks for watching Kryptonian Saiyan. Have an awesome day, guys.